tide. Let the water go where it wants to go. You can run and hide. You can bury yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice.
Hello from Malham. So tonight we've come out to photograph this tree against the lovely limestone pavement. The tree, I'm sure, has been photographed thousands and thousands of times before, but not by us. So we've come out for sunset. We've got a bit of a sunset theme going on at the moment, probably because sunrise is 20 to 5. So yeah, we've been out a few times for sunset over the last week. So when we last saw you, we was up at Seaham. Since then we visited Perch Rock. No photos and no video at all from Perch Rock. Number one, the tide was out, which I knew it would be, but wanted to try and get as close to the lighthouse as possible. And there were so many people in groups. It was so busy, so we just came straight away and took a trip down to Meols Beach, again at low tide, which was perfect, except there was 3 boats. One didn't have its mast up, so I sort of ruled that one out, and again it was quite busy, so we decided to come away and maybe go again later in the year when things have settled down a little bit. But tonight there is literally nobody here. Boom! Which is perfect. Last night we took a trip up to Ilkley and again experienced the same frustrations really. There's so many people, and that's fine, but they weren't really following social distancing. That's all I'm going to say. So we came away, took a couple of early shots before the sunset, and there was beautiful colour in the sky last night, so I was absolutely gutted driving home that we'd missed it, but we just didn't want to put ourselves or anybody else in that position. So yeah, I've waffled quite a lot there. I'm going to have a look around, get set up. We've probably got, I think, 2 hours yet till sunset, so we're here nice and early, and we'll just sort of see what the night brings, and fingers crossed we get some good conditions. Spooked me out, that it's a sheep. So the nice thing about this limestone pavement is that it leads your eye quite nicely up to the tree. There's no other distractions. It's quite a lone tree. It is a lone tree. The views across are absolutely amazing. Yorkshire is fantastic. Really, really great place to come out and explore. I think we'll be focusing quite a lot more of our time around Yorkshire and exploring Yorkshire quite a bit more. I think we're going to have a look at planning a trip to Malham Tarn. We've been out to Goredale Scar before, and it was the summer a few years ago when it was really, really hot, and we took a trip out there and there was literally no water whatsoever. So that'll be somewhere else that we can take a trip to. But as I say, the nice thing about coming up here is it's really quiet and it's peaceful as well, and beautiful. So hopefully there's not a lot of cloud around at the moment. The cloud was quite nice when we arrived over the tree, but it's now gone over that side. So at the minute it's not great, to be fair, but hopefully as the sun goes down, what I'm hoping for anyway is that we might get some nice golden light across these rocks, and even sort of on the tree as well would be nice. So I'm set up. I've got a new filter system to use, the V6. So looking forward to giving that a whirl, if not tonight, maybe over the next couple of days. Hopefully I'll get a chance to use it tonight if the light is good enough. So yeah, we're just gonna sit for a while now and we'll speak to you again shortly. So the cloud at the moment is moving from left to right, and there's not a lot of cloud in that direction. The cloud in front of me is stunning. It's the perfect cloud. Just seem to have a bit of a thing about cloud and sort of hoping that things are going to be right. Before we came out, and all day today was checking clear outside on the weather, just to have a look at the high cloud, the medium and the low. It was forecast, to be fair, it was forecast I think 20% high cloud, so I was clinging on to that 20%. And sometimes the apps aren't always perfect, and in the past I have let that put me off going out. And then sort of, you know, we're sat there thinking, why didn't we just go out and see and shoot and see what we get. So we're making a real conscious effort not to let that put us off. What I've done at the minute is I've just taken a couple of shots, landscape and portrait. I focused on the tree on both of the shots and then focused on the rock in the foreground, just to try and make sure that it's sharp all the way through. It's just lovely, so nice to be out again. I've probably said it twice already, but to be out somewhere as beautiful as this with just me and Max, somebody passing in a car on the road, it's just brilliant. It's just really nice. Lovely evening so far. So I've just taken a walk to the other side of the tree just to look if there's any potential at all shooting from the other side across, just to try and capture this lovely cloud in the background. I took a couple of pictures on my phone, and to be fair, they do look quite nice, and the sun is setting to the left of the image. But what I don't want to do is pack everything away and make a hastily run for the other side in the hope that this cloud is going to stay as it is. So we're going to sit it out and try and make a bit of a judgment as to which side might give the best image.
Yeah.
I've not seen a huge amount of photos, images from this area, but the ones that I have seen, I'm sure that they are from this side, shooting up that limestone pavement. I might be wrong, there's probably plenty of photos from the other side, but there is potential there to shoot across for sunset if that sky behind us stays as it is.
We can run.
Maybe not across the limestone pavement. No, seriously, if you do venture up that way, some of the limestone is quite loose, and there's big gaps in between. Stupidly, I did walk up the limestone pavement and then realised on the way back that you can walk on the grass. So yeah, little tip there for you. So we're just going to hang fire. We've probably got an hour yet till sunset. We'll sit it out, see what it does, with the intentions of getting the best image possible from here tonight. So the sun's just going to start going down over the horizon, probably in the next, I'd say, 20 minutes, half an hour. The cloud is coming across, so I'm glad that we've sat it out. I did have a moment where I thought, shall I? Because the cloud is lighting already quite nice across this side, and I'm still very tempted, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and be patient. There's a little bit of glow already starting on these rocks and onto the tree, but I'm just hoping that the sun stays above that horizon long enough that we do get the nice colour coinciding with these clouds coming across, and hopefully a beautiful sky. But what I'm going to do is I've selected a shot. I've actually put the tree off centre to the right, and that's because at the moment the best of the cloud is on the left of the frame, so I don't want to lose that. A lot of shots have the tree centre on because the limestone, as I say, leads you right into that frame, and I have already taken a couple like that I'd probably do black and white, because at that point there wasn't a cloud to be seen. I think, to be fair, it's just really going to depend on what the sky does the nearer to sunset we get. I've focused my camera up, I've set my shot up. The only thing that I need to do is put my filter system on, ready for some beautiful, lovely golden light. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll leave you for now, and I'll bring you back again when it kicks off. Okay, so for the last few minutes I've been taking some images where, as I said earlier, the sun is setting, casting that lovely golden light across the stone and onto the tree. And just experimented with some portrait and some landscape shots, taking some sort of with a 10-stop filter to get a little bit of movement in the sky. The cloud came lovely just around the tree. It's passing through now, and there's not much left to come over, but hopefully I've got a couple of shots that I'm happy with. The sky sort of on this side has dissipated, the cloud has gone, so I'm glad we made the decision to stay where we were and shoot back at the tree. Yeah, I think if you've got time and the conditions are right, it's good to experiment and take a couple of different shots, using your filters, using your grads, and just having a bit of fun with it. That's the main thing. You know, photography is fun. It gets you out, it gets you to places that you wouldn't ordinarily come to. So, you know, unless you've got a specific particular shot in mind and you're happy with that one shot, you know, that's great. But I think it's right to try a little bit of something different whilst you're out, and as I say, you've got the time. Hopefully, I always say, but hopefully the images will turn out all right. And I'm going to leave you for there and just try and catch the last little bit of the light just as the sun is dipping. I'll speak to you in a bit. Good night from Malham. See you on our next adventure. Adios.